All right. So we are here fishing at a different location today. I just left the rock gym, and it was a pretty serene experience. I've never been in a rock gym or climbed on a rock wall before. So I I thought it was pretty neat going to a rock gym. So I wanted to come out and do something, something that I do every day, I guess. And that's go fishing here. Today we're at the Tempe Town Lake. I was on my way to Papago Park, and then I was about right there. I was crossing that bridge, and I told myself I didn't want to go to Papago Park. So I turned the car around, and here we are at the Tempe Town Lake. I hope that there's a lot of cyclists here today, but it's that time of the year where you can actually be outdoors. In fact, I was talking to the instructor's boyfriend after the rock climbing class was over. You guys don't know how long it's been since I've actually sat in a class, like in an actual classroom with other people. Like, it's been a really, really long time, and felt kind of strange, honestly, to sit in. The youngest person in our class was 16. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing little fish down there. The youngest person in my class was 16, and she was really nice. A lot more, what do you call it? There's way too many high fives for my liking. I'm just not like that. I'm just not an overly excited person. So, the high fives and the knuckles and it's not really my thing. But it was nice to be like in a small group of people. And I don't know how to explain that to you guys other than I haven't really been around people since college. Like I don't typically, I'm not a social person. The rock gym is very social. I saw hardly anyone there that was solo rock climbing. There was one other weird looking dude. There's a guy that was at least half my age. He was like 20 years old. So there was a girl, I think her name was Avel. I couldn't tell what she was. She had like a naturally dark complexion. I don't know if she was just tan or what, but she kept taking her rock climbing shoes off. Anyhow, there was that girl. There was the 16-year-old girl. I'm snagged. There's a 16-year-old girl that was in our class, which I didn't even know how old she was. Just at the end of the class, she told us how old she was and that she couldn't afford a rock climbing gym membership. And so she was hoping that her dad would buy her a membership for Christmas or her birthday. I think her birthday was on Christmas Day. The instructor gave her some free day passes at the end for her birthday. So anyhow, that was my small group. The instructor I couldn't tell if she was my type. She was like she reminded me a lot of my crested gecko. That's what she reminded me. She's up on that wall. She's been rock climbing for 10 years. and like the experience she had with rock climbing was very, very, how do I put it? It's very sobering for a person that's, I don't know what's been going on with me lately. Like I'm having a very strange time. I guess it's this time of the year for me.
Yeah, I don't think you print them out.
Is
People need to leave.
the holidays are really hard on people who are chronically alone, and so I don't know. I think that's why I've been trying to go fishing every single day. Yesterday, there was quite a few views on my fishing video from yesterday, but there's a lot less people walking around at that park. Today, there's a lot of people out here. So, anyhow, to describe my rock climbing experience. So I woke up this morning feeling pretty bad, like really, really bad. And I got on my computer and I looked up, this is how I found my rock gym. That's literally right down the street from my house. I didn't know what the building was for the longest time. And so, I woke up this morning and I just felt like I needed to do something. And I didn't know what that was gonna be. I tried a couple different credit cards to pay for my my rock climbing membership, and all of them declined. And so I knew I wasn't serious at that point. Like I was really, really badly hungover this morning, and I didn't know what to do today. And yesterday I was at the hospital, and yeah, I wasn't sure what to do. And so
And then I got it back
I
the next year when I was doing
I just Googled rock climbing, and I had no idea what I was getting into, right? I've never been rock climbing in my entire life. And so I did it out of desperation. Again, I don't know what got into me this morning. I'm not sure if you guys have ever done that before. You wake up in the morning and you just have to do something. And so I couldn't get my card to go through on the rock climbing gym's website. So then I called them, and they gave me like a great discount on a rock climbing gym membership. And so it was like $20 for the rest of this month. So they prorated it for the month. So $20. I was on the phone with him at like 9:45, and he told me that the class started at 10:30. So I needed to hurry up and get there. So I woke up, jumped in the shower really fast, and I decided that I needed to be there for that class. And let's see. When are you? Arizona? Yes, I am in Arizona. It is hot as hell. It's hot as balls out here. In fact, when I was getting ready to leave the rock gym, the guy that I was talking to, he's like, we're gonna go climb outside. And he was like looking at his girlfriend, the instructor, the rock climbing instructor. And he's like, we're gonna go climbing, but not right now, it's too hot. Is that Yuma? No, it's the Tempe Town Lake. So yeah, I just don't know what happened to me. So yeah, I got a rock gym membership now, and kind of a, so if you guys have never been to a rock gym, like I'm gonna tell you my firsthand experience with it. It's very intimidating. There's a lot of very fit people there. Not everyone's an advanced rock climber, right? I would say that more than half of the people that were there were all on the easy colored line. So it starts out, I think it goes yellow and then red. We did a couple of green lines. We did about 4 lines total, and the teacher was incredibly skilled. Like, she was probably, I'm gonna say, like maybe 100 pounds. She was really, really small, but just very genetically gifted to be a climber. And so I was just really like in awe of her. Well, everyone in my group was pretty neat, except for the dude. The dude that was there was just like this tall. He wasn't skinny. He wasn't fat either, but he wasn't skinny, to say the least bit. But he tried the first climb and failed. And I was just like, I looked at it and I'm like, okay, 'cause I was really nervous. Like, to the extent where I could feel I was shaking. I was so nervous because even though the ground is padded, so if you fall off the wall, you can't get hurt. It's a boulder climbing gym, so everything is pretty small when it comes. I think the tallest wall I climbed was like 30 feet. And so it was very intimidating. But I managed to do really well. And the only reason I think that I did really well is because my overall fitness is high compared to anyone else in the group. About the only one stronger in our rock climbing group is probably the teacher this morning. And yikes. That's so funny. I always wonder what people are gonna wear. Like, our teacher was wearing Vans. She wasn't even wearing climbing shoes. Like, goes to show that I don't know if climbing shoes are worth it. They're really expensive too. I almost bought a pair of climbing shoes before I left, but I didn't. So that is really, really strange attire. You guys seeing this? This lady right here, she's wearing high heels while she's walking around the park, like really high heels. I'm actually wearing tennis shoes today. Normally, I'm always in sandals when I'm fishing. But again, I had no idea what I was going to do today. It reminds me if I'd had like a beginner fishing class, right, this morning, and I was the teacher, and I was the person responsible for your first experience with fishing. I mean, what could I tell you? I've been fishing my whole life. And that's the way that I felt about the rock climbing teacher. It's like, how do you really show people how to do something when you've been doing it your whole life? Like, introducing someone to a sport, I guess you could call rock climbing a sport or a hobby. I don't know what rock climbing is. I can just say it was kind of weird. So I was just looking at her, and obviously I was terrified in the class. I was the oldest person easily in the rock gym. In fact, someone asked me if I had kids, and I was like, me kids? No, definitely not. Definitely no kids here. I don't know how to describe. I'm trying to describe my first rock climbing session in a way that I'm not sure how to describe it. But there was a lot more girls at the rock climbing gym that I could have, you could ever imagine. What's going on, man? I'm just fishing and trying to tell the story of my going to the rock gym for the first time. It was, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Let's put it that way. It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be either, from a strength perspective. There's just no way that those other people were even close. There wasn't anyone that was super muscular. Like I definitely stood out as being one of the more muscular people that was there. But everyone else was pretty lean, is the word that I'd describe. Let's see. Go to the climbing gym near women. Real women work. Yeah, I'd say that half of the people in the rock gym today that were climbing the walls were women, which kind of struck me as odd. I wouldn't expect for there be that many physically fit, or especially not that kind of fitness, because climbing is scary, right? It's intimidating to get on the wall, especially when you fail. I didn't fail at any of my climbs. I probably looked ridiculous on the last one just because I didn't understand the way that the rocks were set up. So all the rest of them, I climbed up to it like my first try, just straight up. And I always went last because I wanted to watch what the other people were doing, but I literally could see how they were failing. Like they just didn't have the muscle. And rock climbing is definitely not heavy upper body focus. The lifting part of climbing the wall was on a level of difficulty. Climbing the wall, I would say, is about a 0 on a fitness scale. There's literally anyone could do it. I guess if you're really, really overweight, you probably have a hard time. You know, you did well because you went last. I guess that's true. It's like when you go last, first the instructor does it, then the really young girl did it, then the older girl did it, and then last guy, the really clumsy looking guy, he went last and he failed at every single one of his climbs. In fact, he did so bad, he had to go get a Band-Aid after his first climb because he scratched himself up on the wall. So yeah, that's how graceful he was. Like he took out the whatchamacallit, the rock wall is actually like sandpaper in some places. They have these things called volumes, right? So they have all these different handholds. Like they have one that's called a jug, and they have other areas that aren't listed as anything. The areas that don't have anything on them, they don't have colors in them, they're called volume. So the volumes are usually like little cliffs, triangular patterns, and you use them to steady yourself on the wall. But they don't have a color code to them. They're just part of the texture of the wall. So so when you're climbing, you stay on your own little route that's color coordinated. It's like I don't know how to put it. It looked like a bunch of little like puzzle pieces on the wall, and they're all color coded for difficulty. And then you have the different holds, and then you have the volume. And for the most part, the easy ones, you just kind of like put your legs up. And the really bad part is you could see how, like, I could see how muscular my legs were when I was lifting my legs up. Like I was doing a lot of the lifts where I was putting my arms up and then lifting my legs up like eye level with myself and pulling myself up the wall that way, just to challenge myself, I guess, even more. That's what they do. And the Ninja Warrior, the best ones go last. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the great thing is that, of course, the teacher always goes first, right? And she could do every climb in the gym. She's small, she's weightless. She had a really strange look to her. I don't know what to say about the teacher. But I was really, really scared. I was really afraid of just failing. Just number one, because I was older than anyone in the group, including the teacher. The teacher is probably like, let's say 25. The oldest girl that was in our group was 26. And she looked like a college student, but no, she's one of those people who never went to college, and she just has like an ordinary job, right? She works at a bar. She's a server at a bar. It doesn't get more ordinary than that for a 20-something-year-old girl that decided not to go to college, which I commend her for not falling to the peer pressure of having to go to college, and she just got a regular job. Like the climbing instructor's boyfriend, he didn't have any college either. He was just a regular person. I think he did like medical billing or something like that. And she obviously works at the rock gym, so she's not making a lot of money. I'd say that she probably makes about $16 an hour. Let's see. Thumbs up. Yeah, everybody that's here is giving it the old thumbs up already. Thank you guys for stopping by the channel and letting me share my first rock climbing day with you guys. So yeah, I was there for 2 hours. The instructor was really, really, really nice. I mean, to the point where she was sweet. Hi there. Hello, everybody in the chat. Today we're fishing at the Tempe Town Lake, so I got my fishing rod and I was cranking the thingy. Uh-oh, it's stuck on the bottom again. Damn it. That sucks. That's what happens when you let it sit down there too long. So we're using the same thing we always use. I have a bunch of different things in my tackle box, and I sometimes just use the same thing until I break it off. It's not like one thing's gonna work better than the other. Let's see. Glorious West. How are you doing, gentlemen? I can honestly say that I'm struggling emotionally. I have been for a long time, just more lately. Like, I didn't know what to do this morning when I woke up. Did you find the drone? No, the drone it will be permanently at the bottom of the lake. And I still haven't been able to, I still am in denial about the drone crashing to the point where I haven't been able to take the controller out of the back seat of my car. Like, I don't want to bring the controller into my house and be reminded that the drone's never coming into my house again. Went to Davy Jones' locker. R.I.P. drone. Yeah, prayers for you. Hope everything will be fine. I guess with the holidays, it just compounds your regular, just general sadness as being a person that's alone during the holidays. So last night I couldn't go to sleep. So I drank way past like what I would consider to be normal, even for me. And I did it because I just didn't have anything to do. And I don't know. Yesterday was a really strange day. I've never had to have an x-ray before. And I've been looking to get drones lately for a video, and I want to make the one I want costs about $4,000 for the total package. Drones are not cheap, people. That's why when my drone went to where it went, it was so hard. It was just like watching money just get flushed down the toilet. I think that's another one of the big things that happened to me this year. I've had that drone for 3 years, and watching it sink to the bottom was really hard. Denial, one of the first stages of getting to get according to Kubler-Reese. Okay, can I have a shout out? I'm stuck at like 9 subs. Officially Dragon Puppet. It is really, really, really hard to grow on YouTube. I've literally been stuck at 5,780 subscribers for months. Like, I went up really fast and then just stopped. Yep. No, I can't get my drone back. It's at the bottom of the lake. I've tried. I spent hours trying to get it out, and I people helped me and helped me look for it, but it's just so small. Get a job. Get a job. That's like the answer to everything. It's like, are you sad? Get a job. Are you broke? Get a job. Do you need to buy both food and pay rent? Get multiple jobs. I don't know. I think that lady said something to me. I just heard a squeak. Nobody will scuba gear could help you. It's not that deep. It's just you're not allowed to be in the lake. How deep is the lake? According to my fishing rod where I went down, it's about half of this fishing pole. So I'd say it's about 3 or 4 feet deep there. Let's see. This lake is really deep. This used to be just a riverbed. Here, I remember it like 20 years ago. There was no water here. It's just dry riverbed. I sound like a chill guy. That was something that I really took away from the rock gym too, is that it's a very, very, very social hobby. They have meetups every Thursday, and like the social hour at the rock gym. It's something that they don't have at a regular gym. Is this one of those man-made lakes? It was a river. It's a riverbed. So it's part of the Salt River, right? It used to come through here, but it was a dry riverbed for my entire life, except for when it rained occasionally. Send me a fish. I'm poor and starving. You don't want to eat the fish from here. Why can't you just get in the lake? Who made that rule up? The park ranger will get you and fine you for being in the lake. MS, how do you define wage slavery? Wage slavery is easy. You work, but you don't make enough to support yourself. So if you're spending more than 50% of your total monthly income on rent, pretty much that's slavery, because no matter how much money you make, you can't make enough. Like, I'll show you guys in a little bit where I'm sitting. So, look at those little balls. Okay, so this is how I define wage slavery the easiest. Can you afford to live there? If the answer is no, then you're poor. That's how easy you define it. It's not hard. If you can't afford a real place to live in there, then you're pretty much a loser. Dead set for life, like me. Like, everything about being poor is super depressing. Like, I mean, this is what I'm doing for entertainment. I have nothing else to do right now. Which, speaking of which, I got to start making my way back to the car, because I just came here to kill time between the rock gym and the regular gym. So I got to get back to the regular gym. So again, we didn't catch any fish today, but it's never about catching fish. Just about being outdoors. All right. Park rangers, you're not in Kentucky. That's for sure. You're not free. Of course I'm not free. You'll be rich soon. Exactly how am I going to get rich? By doing a YouTube fishing channel where I don't ever catch any fish? That's a really depressing fishing channel. We've been doing this a long time and we've never caught a fish on this live stream ever. And I've been here, I've done dozens of these fishing videos and we've never caught a fish. We saw a guy catch one yesterday. Let's see. My rent's like, but I live in the hood. That's why your rent's that. Wherever people don't want to live, that's where they can afford to live. That's the irony of it. You don't want to live there? Oh, the rent's affordable. I had that definition in my mind. Well, my job barely pays me over $2,500 a month, but the apartment is close to my job and is about $1,500 a month. I can't afford to live by myself. I'm definitely a wage slave. Let's see. I live in eternal purgatory. At least I don't have to work. I wish I didn't have to work. It's like the 16-year-old girl in our rock climbing class today. She's like, I live at home. I do not encourage anyone to not live at home. If you have to live with other people, preferably people who have food. That's how simple life is. Live with people who have food. Because if you don't and you have to buy your own food, well, that's going to make things hard on you, because food and life are contradictory to one another. It costs too much money to be alive. So it's unlivable. We've gotten to a society that's just become a place where you're not supposed to thrive anymore. You're surviving and you're working really hard just to survive. So I'll read the chat in a second. It's always hard to carry a tripod and a fishing rod at the same time. All right. All right. Well, we got to get back. We got to get back in the Pro-mobile. There's a motorcycle club meeting right here a few minutes ago. Wait, I'm already wearing my gym clothes. I don't need to go home and change into my gym clothes. I was just at the gym. I got thinking, I got to go home and change. No, I don't. Probably after the regular gym, we'll go back to the other park by my house just to do another live stream. Yield to peds. I hope that doesn't stand for the kind of peds that live on an island, because that's not good. All right. Well, all right, guys, I gotta get in the Pro-mobile and get to the gym. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and I will talk to you guys next time.